Hello, my name is Mark Montalvo, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a bow for about $20. You can get most of these materials at Lowe's, save for a few that I will mention later. But the first thing you're going to want is some Schedule 40 3/4 inch PVC pipe. Next, you're going to want 2 end caps for it, which you can also get at Lowe's. These will be about 50 cents. The pipe will be about $5. Next, you're going to want 3 fiberglass driveway markers. They come in about 5 feet. They also come in 4 feet, which you can use if you want a lighter pull on the bow. Otherwise, it would take a little more strength to pull it back. But the longer ones is what I use. It makes the arrow slide straighter, and as long as you have the strength to pull it back, it's probably the better choice for you. Next, you're going to want a saw. You're going to be cutting the PVC, one of the fiberglass rods, and you're going to want a saw more like this, like a hacksaw style, versus the kind with bigger teeth that you would see cutting for firewood. The bigger teeth will get stuck on the fiberglass and make it splinter more and can get in your hands. You also might want gloves while you cut. That way the splinters don't get into your hands. I didn't use them, just something if you want for your own safety. Next, you're going to want a file. You're going to want a rat tail file. And you're going to want some arrows, of course, which they did not have at Lowe's. I picked this up at Academy for about $5. I have 4 of them. And you're going to want some paracord, which will be about $2 or $3, which I also got at Academy. They didn't have them at Lowe's. The same place you go to get your arrows will more than likely have some paracord. So the first step you're going to want to do is you're going to want to cut one of your fiberglass rods in half. Mine won't come out of the bow because the bow is still bent, even though I've taken off the string. So I'm going to use these arrows just to demonstrate. So you're going to take one of your fiberglass rods and you're going to cut it in half right across the middle. Yeah, I'm going to use this to stand in as the other half now. You're going to want to overlap them so that the far end of this half and the far end of this half equals the full length of your PVC pipe. Then you're going to take the other two and you're going to overlap them perfectly, and you're going to line up the middle of these two with the middle of this now long fiberglass rod, and you're going to tape them together. You don't want to go crazy with the amount of tape. I just use some packing tape because it's very thin and strong for how thin it is. If you put too many layers of tape on, it won't fit into the PVC pipe very well. It's a very tight fit even without the tape. So don't go too crazy with the tape. It's going to hold itself in there once you shoot 3, 4, or 5 shots, and it gets even a slight bend. Mine has a pretty strong bend, but the bend will hold the rods together in place. The next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your file and you're going to want to cut a frowny face kind of shape into your PVC pipe. As you can see, I have mine right there. And you're going to want to cut one on both sides, and it's very important that the center of your frown is at the same spot on the other end. If it turns on accident while you're doing it, the bow won't be near as accurate, and your arrows will fly right or left, and it just won't be very good, especially for a new shooter. The next thing you're going to do, now that you have your frowny face on, is you're going to go ahead and put the cap on one end, like I have it here, and then you're going to slide your fiberglass into the other end. And I would not put the cap on just yet. You can, if you do, it's not going to ruin the bow, but it makes it harder to put the string on. So, for the string, you're going to use paracord. You're going to cut it to be about 5 to 6 inches longer than your PVC pipe. So, you're going to fold over the end of it so that it makes a loop, and then to tie the knot, it's the same as the first step in tying your shoe. You're just going to tie a simple knot, but with the loop, and it will end up making the knot like that, this end's frayed, like that, with the loop on the end. You're going to want the loop to be about that big. It's about the size of a thumb or so. It's not a exact measurement. That way you can loop it down your bow, just like that, and I will show how it rests in the frown that you make. So, you see, there's the frown. The string fits just inside it. You want it to be just deep enough to bite so that the string doesn't just slip over. If you make it too deep, you could go all the way through the pipe, and that could lead to extra wear and tear later on. The pipe could snap if you cut too much. It won't be that much of an issue. Just make it just deep enough to keep the bow in, or the string in. As you can see, under tension, it's just enough to to make it smooth. It's not even completely smooth. So just don't, less is more. If you don't put enough on the first time, you can always go back and put more. If you put too much, you can't add material to the pipe. So to put the string in, now that we have the bow tied, you can see that the string isn't as long as the pipe anymore because you have all this extra down here. You want it to be about 3 to 4 inches short. You can have it more short than that if you are strong enough to handle it. Mine is about 5 inches short. It's recommended to go about 3 to 4 inches short for the first time. This is my third bow that I made like this, so I made mine a little bit shorter. And I'll show you how to string the bow now that you have the string ready and the bow ready. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the bottom of your bow, set it on the outside of your foot. You're going to take your other foot and you're going to put it in between the bow and the string. And now what you're going to do is you're going to use my right foot as an anchor point for the bottom of the bow and your hip as a pivot point, or a fulcrum you could say. And you're going to bend it. You don't want to pull it with your arm. You want to press it against your shoulder and then bend forward, and your back will do the work instead of your arm. So you're going to bend forward and you're going to push the string over the rope like that. And then when you stand up slowly so that the string catches on the frown that you made. And it might slip a couple times. I made it slip just now. That's perfectly okay. All that means is that you gotta do it again. Your foot could have rubbed against the string, or you could have just gone up too quick for it to catch properly. So all you do, you just do it again. It might take you a couple times, don't worry about it. Again, press it against your shoulder. You put the outside of the bow on the outside of your foot. Lean, use your back to do it. Find your frown, just right there. Slowly let up. There we go. Now strung the bow. Now the strength of the bow actually comes from the fiberglass. The PVC is just to hold it. Next, you're gonna take your arrows. You're gonna probably want to get field point arrows, which is just like this, no barbs or anything on it. It's just for for shooting targets. If you're wanting to hunt with this, according to Z&A Productions, who was he made the original PVC bow that I could find. I did make a few changes on it just to make it a little more user-friendly for people who aren't as used to DIY projects. This bow shoots at a 45-pound draw weight, which is the minimum for hunting in the state of Texas. So long as your bow is as strong as his or stronger, you should be able to shoot this. You want to check it though, because every bow you make will be different. So you want to make sure you get it tested to make sure it is 45 pounds, but it should be legal to shoot animals with. But of course, just for safety's purposes, I just got simple field point arrows, and you have now made a hunting legal bow for about $20 with roughly an hour's worth of work. So a few fun facts about the bow. Bow has been around for 75,000 years. It's been used in any culture that has their own mark on history. It's been around as long as war has. Bows today, wooden longbows made with hand tools, meaning not factory made on a conveyor belt, but with modern tools, take 30 hours of labor to make, which is roughly 5 days of working. If that was your full focus, that was your full job. Back then, it would take up to 2 years from the point where you find the piece of wood and you cut the tree down. You then wait about a year for it to dry, and then you have to very slowly remove material, just a little bit a day, because when you remove material, the new wood facing the outside has to temper before you remove too much more. Otherwise, it'll warp after you get it right. And that is according to archerypro.net, who they give advice for people making their own bows as well as selling their own wooden longbows, which I did a little bit of research on. So today I've showed you the basics of making your own bow and how to entertain yourself for pretty cheap here in this quarantine.